Have you ever noticed your cat stretching the moment they see you? It might look like a simple physical reaction, but this behavior carries important messages from the feline world. Today, we're going to uncover the real reasons behind this sudden stretch. And no, it's not just about loosening up their muscles. Stay with me until the end, because after this, we'll also dive into some of your cat's strangest behaviors, like sprinting around the house, kneading with their paws, and that mysterious purring. Let's begin with reason number 5. Why your cat stretches when they see you. Territorial marking. Cats are incredibly territorial creatures. They don't just live in a space, they claim it, organize it, and make sure others know it's theirs. And one of the most subtle yet effective ways they do this is by stretching. It might seem harmless, but there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. When a cat stretches, it activates scent glands located in the pads of their paws. These glands release pheromones, chemical signals that are undetectable to humans but packed with meaning for other cats. In effect, your cat is leaving a scent message that says, "This place is mine, and I trust this human." To a cat, these pheromones function like invisible fences or territorial signs. Once deposited on the floor, furniture, or scratching posts, they communicate ownership and familiarity to any other feline who passes by. That simple stretch is, in reality, a clear statement of presence and control. Stretching is also commonly paired with another instinctive action, scratching. As cats stretch out, they often extend their claws, both to sharpen them and to leave visible marks on surfaces. This serves a dual purpose. It helps their physical condition and reinforces their presence with both scent and sight. In the feline world, that's powerful communication. This behavior becomes especially important in multi-cat households or environments where the cat is exposed to unfamiliar animals or humans. In those situations, establishing territory through stretching and scent marking helps them feel grounded and secure. But what about when your cat stretches specifically in your presence? That's another layer of the message. It often means they're not only marking territory, but also expressing trust and comfort around you. Your presence to them is not a threat. It's part of the space they consider safe and familiar. Stretching in front of you can be a sign that your cat is both claiming the area and acknowledging your bond. So next time you see your cat stretch and show those claws when you walk in, remember, it's not just a cute moment. It's a reflection of their instincts, their social structure, and most importantly, the connection they feel with you. And this is just the beginning. In the next section, we'll explore another surprising reason your cat stretches when you appear, and how, for them, it might actually be a warm and personal greeting. Especially when your cat stretches in areas frequently shared with you, it's more than just marking the space. It can also be a symbolic gesture, a territorial claim that includes you. In feline terms, your presence is part of their safe, familiar world. Stretching in those shared spots sends a dual message: this is my territory, and this human belongs in it. It's a subtle but deeply meaningful part of feline behavior. While we might just see a cute cat stretching out its paws, what's really happening is a powerful expression of ownership and connection. Your cat isn't just maintaining their territory, they're reinforcing a bond with you inside that space. So the next time your cat stretches and extends their claws in your presence, don't dismiss it as random. It's an instinctive display of comfort and territorial pride. They're not only showing the world that the space is theirs, but also associating you with it as a source of safety and familiarity. That brings us to reason number 4. Your cat might simply be saying hello. Yes, stretching can be a greeting, a warm, physical expression of recognition. Cats are creatures of habit. They thrive on routine, and your arrival home is a significant part of their daily rhythm. When your cat stretches right after seeing you, it could be their way of expressing excitement, relief, or even affection. Picture life from your cat's perspective. They've been waiting quietly, maybe watching the door, listening for footsteps. Then suddenly, their favorite human walks in. The instant stretch is more than a reflex. It's their version of saying, "I'm so happy you're here." For cats, stretching can mirror their emotional response. It's not just about loosening their muscles. It's about releasing emotional tension and expressing comfort. If your cat didn't feel safe or relaxed around you, they wouldn't show such a vulnerable, open posture. Stretching in your presence signals that they're not on guard. They feel calm, secure, and content with you nearby. This is important because cats, by nature, are cautious. Their instincts have taught them to stay alert in unfamiliar or threatening environments. So when they stretch in front of you, exposing their belly, extending their legs, yawning wide, it's a display of trust. They're letting their guard down because your presence makes them feel safe. In this light, what may seem like a simple stretch becomes a kind of emotional message. It's your cat's way of communicating, "I know you. I trust you. I'm glad you're here." And in a species that's often misunderstood as distant or aloof, that kind of signal speaks volumes. So when your cat greets you with a full-body stretch, recognize it for what it is: a combination of comfort, affection, and acknowledgement. It's not just a physical movement. It's a subtle demonstration of your bond. Think of it like this. Your cat is fluent in body language. They may not wag a tail like a dog or jump up to lick your face, but their actions carry just as much meaning. The stretch is one of their quiet ways of saying, "Welcome back. I missed you." Understanding this can deepen the way you connect with your cat. The more you recognize these silent greetings, the more you'll appreciate the depth of emotion behind them. And next time you walk through the door and see your feline friend arching their back and spreading their toes, smile back. Because whether they know it or not, they've just told you how much they enjoy having you around. The next time your cat stretches when you walk in, take a second to appreciate it. It may look like a minor movement, but it's actually a quiet, heartfelt welcome. That stretch isn't just a greeting, it's a reflection of the emotional bond you've built together. In its simplicity, it speaks volumes about the trust and comfort your cat feels around you. Now let's look at reason number 3, why cats stretch when they see you. They're trying to relax. Much like humans, cats experience stress, tension, and anxiety in their daily lives. And just as we might stretch, breathe deeply, or take a walk to unwind, cats use stretching as a natural, instinctive way to relieve stress and regain a sense of balance. Think about it from their point of view. Throughout the day, they encounter countless stimuli that can trigger tension: unexpected noises, strangers in the house, changes in their environment, or even subtle shifts in their routine. When your cat feels overwhelmed, stretching becomes a physical release, a built-in reset button to discharge all the built-up stress. In other words, stretching for a cat is a form of self-soothing. It allows them to shift from alertness to calmness, from tension to comfort. It's a silent strategy to re-establish emotional stability, and when they do it in your presence, that's significant. Stretching in front of you means they're comfortable enough to let their guard down. They don't see you as a threat. On the contrary, they see you as part of their emotional safety net. If your cat begins to stretch the moment you arrive home, it's often a sign that your presence gives them the confidence to relax fully. They trust you enough to be vulnerable. On a more physical level, stretching also plays a vital role in keeping a cat's body healthy. Just like we might feel stiff after sitting for hours, cats can develop muscle tension after long naps or extended inactivity. Stretching allows them to wake up their muscles, improve circulation, and increase overall comfort. That's why you'll often notice your cat stretching right after they wake up, or after lying in the same spot for a while. Their instinct tells them to prepare their body for movement. The bonus? It just so happens to look incredibly cute when timed with your arrival. When stretching occurs as a response to seeing you, it carries a dual message. Physically, they're reactivating their muscles. Emotionally, they're showing that you help them feel safe enough to let their instincts take over. Your presence gives them the freedom to unwind, and that's no small thing. Cats are private, independent animals by nature. They don't always show emotion in obvious ways. So when they express comfort and trust, even subtly, it means a lot. A stretch in front of you may not seem like much, but in their world, it's a powerful act of connection and relief. So the next time you walk in and see your cat arching their back and reaching out those little paws, know that you're witnessing something more than a random stretch. You're seeing a small but meaningful sign of peace, trust, and emotional release, all thanks to you. When you witness your cat stretching in your presence, try not to see it as just a physical motion. It's much more than that. It's a moment of self-care, a sign of emotional regulation, and a reflection of your cat's ability to adapt to life's ups and downs, with you as their safe place. That simple movement carries a message of trust, comfort, and resilience. If you followed along this far, chances are you're enjoying learning about your cat's fascinating behavior. So before we dive into the next reason, Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. A like on the video also helps us reach more cat lovers like you. And let me know in the comments, does your cat stretch when they see you? I'd love to hear about your experience. Now let's move on to reason number 2, why cats stretch when they see you. They're preparing for something. Cats are creatures of rhythm. Their daily routines often alternate between deep rest and bursts of high activity. So when you see your cat stretching after waking up from a nap, don't dismiss it as a mindless reflex. It's a strategic move. They're preparing both body and mind for what comes next. Imagine waking up from a deep, refreshing nap. Chances are you'd feel a little stiff, maybe even a bit disoriented. You might stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, and take a few slow breaths before getting up. Well, cats do the same, but their version is more instinctual and finely tuned. Their bodies crave movement after long periods of stillness, and stretching is their way of resetting. Physically, a good stretch helps them shake off drowsiness, loosen their muscles, and improve circulation. It acts as a kind of soft reboot that increases body awareness and energizes them for action. Whether they're planning to chase a toy, pounce on invisible prey, or simply explore their surroundings, stretching serves as a warm-up, just like athletes do before a workout. This behavior doesn't just prepare their muscles, it also sharpens their focus. Cats need full body awareness to stay agile and coordinated. A well-timed stretch aligns their senses, helping them transition from resting to reacting with grace and speed. It's their way of saying, I'm ready. But there's more. When your cat stretches because they see you, it might be more than a physical warm-up. It could be a sign that they're anticipating interaction. They've learned that your presence often leads to stimulation, playtime, petting, a treat, or just good company. Stretching becomes their way of physically and mentally getting into the zone. It's also worth noting that cats don't stretch like this for just anyone. If they do it in your presence, it means they associate you with positive experiences. They expect something enjoyable to follow, and their body responds in preparation. They're not just waking up, they're welcoming the opportunity to share space and activity with you. That makes your role even more special. You're not just someone who feeds or cares for them. You've become a key part of their daily rhythm, the moment that signals comfort, energy, and connection. So next time you see your cat stretching when you enter the room, remember, it's not just about muscles or naps. It's a meaningful gesture that blends instinct, trust, and anticipation. They're preparing for life, and they want you to be part of it. When your cat stretches right after waking up or when you arrive home, take a moment to see it for what it really is. A proactive gesture. It's not random. It's their way of getting ready to share time with you. Whether they plan to chase a toy, enjoy some gentle petting, or simply soak up your presence, that stretch is part of a ritual of connection. It's a signal, not just to their own body, but to you. I'm ready to interact. Let's do something together. Cats, though often seen as solitary, are incredibly social in their own unique way. When they stretch in your presence, especially after rest, they may be preparing not only for physical activity, but also for quality time with their favorite human. That gesture reflects their natural desire for physical and mental engagement, and it shows they associate you with moments of comfort, movement, and shared experience. So the next time you see your cat stretching after a nap or as you walk through the door, appreciate it as a sign. Your cat is gearing up to connect with you. Now we've reached reason number 1 why cats stretch when they see you. They want your attention. Cats are master communicators. Despite their quiet and independent reputation, they know exactly how to express their needs, and they do it with remarkable subtlety. Stretching, especially when done in a dramatic or exaggerated way, can be one of their go-to tools for getting noticed. Just like a child might act out to get a parent's attention, cats develop their own strategies to capture yours. If your cat stretches in an overly obvious theatrical manner, perhaps followed by a loud meow or a swipe around your legs, it's likely more than just a physical motion. It's a form of intentional signaling. They're saying in their own feline way, "Look at me, I want something." And whether that something is affection, food, play, or just your company, the stretch is often the first move in that request. Cats are incredibly perceptive. They learn from experience which actions lead to the results they want. If, in the past, your cat stretched and then received attention, a treat, or interaction, they remember. And they'll repeat that behavior when they want the same outcome. This is reinforced behavior at its finest, and cats are excellent at making those associations. That's why your cat might stretch more often when you've been distracted, busy, or away for a while. It's their polite yet pointed way of reclaiming your attention. And because it's delivered in such a relaxed, harmless form, it's easy to miss the intention behind it. But once you understand it, the message becomes clear. That exaggerated stretch, often paired with eye contact or soft vocalizations, is your cat's way of asking, "Can we spend some time together?" And when you respond, by petting them, talking to them, or simply making eye contact, you validate their efforts. You confirm the bond they're trying to nurture. So next time your cat stretches in front of you, take a second to respond. Give them that affection, or start that play session. Not only are you meeting a need, they're also reminding you of how clever and emotionally aware they truly are. Stretching isn't just about comfort or routine. It's a conversation. And your cat? They're waiting for your reply. You've probably experienced this. You head to the bathroom for a moment of privacy, and suddenly your furry companion is right behind you, tail up, eyes wide, ready to join the moment. Why are cats so obsessed with following us to the bathroom? The truth is, cats don't understand the concept of privacy the way humans do. What they do understand is consistency and opportunity. In their eyes, the bathroom presents a unique situation. You're still, calm, and not walking around like a noisy giant. And for a creature that prefers low-key energy, this is the perfect chance to get close. When you sit on the toilet or step into the shower, you're finally holding still, which is rare from a cat's perspective. They see it as a rare window to approach without being interrupted. You become more accessible, and for some cats, that's the ideal moment to demand affection. But there's another layer to this behavior, one tied to their sense of curiosity and love for routine. Bathrooms are often places of interesting smells, sounds, and surfaces. Your cat might love the texture of the bath mat, the sound of dripping water, or the echo of their own meows in a tiled room. Everything about the bathroom feels new and engaging. And let's not forget, some cats genuinely enjoy the water. While the common belief is that all cats hate water, that's not entirely true. Breeds like the Bengal or Turkish Van are known to enjoy being around water, and some will even try to hop into the shower with you. To them, your daily shower looks a lot like a giant moving waterfall, and they can't resist the mystery. So whether it's your stillness, the water, or the chance to explore a new space, your cat has plenty of reasons to shadow you into the bathroom. And while it might seem odd or even annoying to you, to your cat, it's just one more way of saying, "Where you go, I want to go too." Behavior number 2, running around the house at full speed. It's the middle of the night. You're peacefully asleep when suddenly, you hear it. The sound of tiny paws sprinting across the floor, knocking over who knows what. Your cat is in full zoomies mode. Also known as frenetic random activity periods, zoomies are those unpredictable bursts of high-speed energy, where your cat tears through the house as if being chased by a ghost. And while it might seem totally random to you, there's usually a reason behind it. Sometimes, your cat is simply burning off excess energy. Cats are natural hunters, and their bodies are designed for short bursts of intense activity followed by long naps. If your cat doesn't have enough outlets for play during the day, that energy builds up, and often explodes at night. Other times, something may have startled them. A loud noise, a sudden movement, or even a dream. The zoomies can be a way for your cat to release nervous tension or process stimulation. While occasional zoomies are normal and even healthy, frequent and extreme episodes might indicate boredom or anxiety. If your cat regularly goes into turbo mode, it might be time to increase active play sessions during the day. Wand toys, laser pointers, or interactive games can help them expend energy in more structured ways. Also, check your cat's environment. Is there anything that could be scaring or overstimulating them at night? A peaceful space and a predictable routine can go a long way toward reducing nighttime chaos. Behavior number 3. Presenting their backside to you. We've all been there. You're enjoying a calm moment with your cat when suddenly, they turn around and raise their tail, giving you a full view of their rear end. It's awkward, it's confusing, and you might be wondering, why do cats do this? As strange as it seems, this gesture is deeply rooted in feline behavior. In the cat world, sniffing each other's rear ends is a normal way of gathering information. Cats have scent glands near the base of their tail that provide other cats with data about identity, health, and mood. When your cat presents their behind to you, they're not being rude, they're actually being social and trusting. It's a way of saying, "Here I am. I trust you." It may even be an invitation for you, as part of their family, to recognize them in the way cats do. Now, no one is suggesting you take them up on the offer, but understanding what it means can help you respond appropriately, with a soft voice, a gentle pet, or simply acknowledging the moment without flinching. In short, it's cat etiquette, even if it's not exactly human-friendly. Also, take note of the tail posture. A tail held high with a slight curve at the tip is often a sign of a happy, confident cat. So next time your kitty turns their back to you, take it as a backhanded compliment. Literally. Behavior number 4. Purring. Few sounds are as soothing as a cat's purr. It's often seen as the ultimate sign of contentment, but the reality is a bit more complex. Yes, cats do purr when they're happy, especially while being petted, curled up on your lap, or relaxing in a safe space. But they also purr when they're nervous, in pain, or stressed. It's a versatile behavior that serves multiple purposes. Purring can act as a self-soothing mechanism, helping cats calm themselves during discomfort. It may also be a subtle way of communicating vulnerability to their humans, signaling a need for reassurance. Interestingly, the vibrations of a purr, typically between 25 and 150 Hz, are believed to have healing properties. Some studies suggest that purring can reduce pain, promote bone and tissue healing, and even lower stress levels in nearby humans. So next time your cat purrs, listen closely. It might mean, "I'm happy," but it could also be their way of saying, "I trust you enough to be near you while I heal." Cats often purr when they're in your lap, curled up in their favorite spot, or dozing in the sun. But they also purr during more vulnerable moments, when they're scared, hurt, or trying to calm themselves. It's not just a happy sound, it's a form of communication and healing. Studies show that the frequency of a cat's purr, ranging between 25 and 150 Hz, has therapeutic properties. These vibrations have been associated with stimulating bone growth, accelerating tissue repair, and even reducing inflammation and pain. It's as if cats are biologically equipped with their own built-in healing device. But the healing power of purring doesn't stop with them. The sound also seems to have a soothing effect on humans. Many cat owners report feeling calm and reassured when hearing that rhythmic hum. It's no coincidence. Purring can lower stress and anxiety, not just for the cat, but for you too. On an emotional level, purring can also be your cat's way of strengthening the bond between you. When they purr while lying in your lap, it's often a sign that they feel secure, loved, and connected to you. They're not just relaxing, they're reinforcing the emotional link that exists between you and them. So the next time your cat purrs in your presence, listen closely. They might be telling you more than just "I'm content." They could also be saying, "I feel safe with you," or even, "I'm healing, and your presence helps." Behavior number 5. Eating grass. You probably already know that your cat is a carnivore. Their natural diet consists mainly of meat, and yet there you are watching them nibble on grass like a miniature cow. What gives? While it may look confusing, grass eating is totally normal feline behavior. There's a common myth that cats eat grass only to induce vomiting when they're feeling sick. While that can happen, it's not the whole story. In reality, even carnivores like cats benefit from ingesting small amounts of plant material. In the wild, cats get traces of plant nutrients from the stomach contents of their prey. Domestic cats who don't hunt may try to replicate this by nibbling on grass. Grass provides certain micronutrients and fiber that can support digestion and overall health. For indoor cats especially, having access to safe, untreated grass can be both enriching and beneficial. However, this behavior comes with a caution. Many houseplants are toxic to cats. If your cat enjoys chewing on leaves or grass, make sure they're not getting into anything harmful. Consider growing a small pot of cat grass at home. It's a safe alternative that satisfies their instinct without putting their health at risk. So no, your cat hasn't forgotten they're a predator. They're just following ancient instincts, balanced with modern living. Behavior number 6, kneading, making biscuits. You're settling down for a cozy cuddle with your cat when they suddenly begin pressing their paws into your lap, one at a time, claws and all. It might be a bit painful, but don't worry. They're not upset, they're kneading. Also affectionately known as making biscuits, kneading is one of the most endearing feline behaviors. It traces back to kittenhood, when newborns need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. As adult cats, they continue this behavior when they feel safe, relaxed, and affectionate. When your cat needs you, they're not trying to hurt you, they're showing love and emotional attachment. In their mind, you've become a trusted figure, almost like a parental presence. Kneading may also mark territory, as cats have scent glands in their paws. But more than anything, it's a self-soothing behavior that brings comfort, like a child hugging a teddy bear. So even if it stings a little, try to appreciate the message. Your cat is telling you in their own way, "You make me feel at home." Behavior. You're 7. Hiding in boxes. You buy your cat a brand new toy. It's colorful, it moves, it even makes noise. But where's your cat? Ignoring the toy and curled up inside the cardboard box it came in. Cats are obsessed with boxes, and for good reason. In the wild, your cat's ancestors faced threats daily. To survive, they needed to find safe places to rest, observe, and stay hidden from predators. Boxes provide that sense of enclosure and protection. The high walls create a barrier that helps them feel invisible to the world, while the open top allows them to keep an eye on everything around them. Even in your peaceful modern home, those survival instincts are still very much alive. A cardboard box offers your cat a cozy hideaway where they can feel secure, regulate their body temperature, and take a break from overstimulation. So the next time your cat chooses a box over a fancy toy, know it's not about being ungrateful. It's about instinct. For your feline, the box is a private fort, a sanctuary, and the perfect spot to rest, hide, or launch a surprise attack during play. Behavior number 8. Bringing you presence. You wake up, stretch, and step out of bed, only to feel something soft and strangely warm underfoot. You look down and, surprise, a dead mouse, or maybe a bird. A gift from your loving cat. Gross? Yes, but also deeply meaningful. In the wild, mother cats bring dead prey to their kittens to teach them how to eat and eventually hunt. Outdoor and feral cats also share food with injured or elderly companions who can't hunt for themselves. So when your cat drops a lifeless gift at your feet, they're not being cruel or gross. They're showing care and concern. They might think you're a poor hunter, you never bring food home after all, and they're just doing their part to keep the family fed. It's a strange way to show love, but in cat language, this gesture says, "I care about you. I want to help." So maybe don't panic. Thank them. Gently. Clean up, and appreciate the sentiment. Behavior number 9. Drinking from the faucet. Despite having a clean bowl of water available, your cat insists on jumping onto the sink to sip from the faucet. Why does running water hold such an appeal? Again, it's all about instinct. In the wild, stagnant water is more likely to contain harmful bacteria or parasites. Flowing water from a stream or river is generally cleaner and safer. Your cat, guided by generations of built-in wisdom, simply trusts moving water more. That's why many cats will prefer the faucet, a dripping tub, or even your glass over their water bowl. To meet this need safely, consider investing in a cat water fountain, which simulates running water and can encourage better hydration. Behavior, you're 10. Climbing to high places. If you can't find your cat, try looking up. Cats are natural climbers. Whether it's a bookshelf, a cat tree, or your shoulders, many felines love to perch high above the ground. From up high, they can observe their territory, spot potential intruders, and feel more in control of their environment. Being elevated also keeps them out of reach of perceived threats. Yes, even the vacuum cleaner. It gives them a strategic vantage point, like a guard tower, where they can watch over the kingdom that is your home. Providing vertical space like shelves or towers satisfies this instinct and helps your cat feel safe, engaged, and mentally stimulated. If you're enjoying this content and want to keep learning more about your cat's fascinating world, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free, it helps a lot, and you won't miss any future videos.